Hello, and welcome to an Agree to Disagree. In fact, this is Agree to Disagree numero tres, number 3. And welcome, my rods and my rodettes. Agree to Disagree number 3. If you're coming back, you know the drill. If you're new, basically, I asked on my Instagram story, which you don't follow me on Instagram, you should. It's Roddy_reviews. I put a poll, or not a poll, a questions thing on my Instagram story, and I say, hey, if you've got some hot takes, some unpopular opinions, or maybe just some controversial opinions on some things, send them my way. And so I got some because I posted about it, and we'll see what these people say and if I agree or disagree or agree to disagree. So the first one just says Winthrop good, and I agree. Winthrop good. All right, moving on. The second one just says good oboe. Good oboe. And I agree with good oboe. Bad oboe I disagree with, but good oboe I agree with completely. This next opinion of sorts says the Disney Star Wars movies are way better than the prequels. And I cannot say. You guys need to stop sending me Star Wars stuff. I haven't seen all the Star Wars movies. I have seen 2 Star Wars movies. Episode 1 and Episode 7. Those are the only 2 I've seen. So I do not have an extensive knowledge of Star Wars. I cannot give opinions on Star Wars things. So, sorry to say, if you're looking for your hot Star Wars opinion, I'm not going to give them. Next one, people are too hard on diet soda. Let's go over that one again. The take is that people are too hard on diet soda. And I disagree, but it's because I don't think people are too hard on diet soda. I mean, at least in my group, I don't think anyone's nagging on diet soda all the time. I like it. He likes it. You can't even see him. That's my boy Avery. Anyway, shout out. I know a lot of my friends enjoy diet soda, which means I like it, which means I agree with that aspect, but the statement is people are too hard on diet soda. And I disagree with that statement because I don't feel like people are too hard, at least in my personal experience. This next one is the Beatles are a little bit overrated. And I agree with the caveat. I do think the Beatles were overrated in this type of stuff that they got most popular for. But in their more experimental stuff, I feel like they were accurately rated because they're rated very highly in that stuff. And I feel like that is fair. I feel like their more experimental stuff was really good. It really did a lot for music, or especially, the pop culture scene moving forward. But, yeah, they're more poppy tunes when they first hit. Yeah, I can say that they're overrated. This next one says Pepsi is better than Coke, and I agree. I think Pepsi, standard Pepsi, not diet, not anything, standard Pepsi is better than standard Coke. Now again, I think it's more of a situational thing because McDonald's Coke, not sponsored, McDonald's Coke, that does hit a little different than regular Coke. And there are so many methods of drinking. You can drink from a can, you can drink from a bottle, you can pour it from a 2-liter into a glass. I mean, there's so many different ways in different situations where one could be better than the other. But I do think in general Pepsi is better than Coke. This next one says the Harambe meme is mainly responsible for the current meme culture of today. And I agree. But I will say, I feel like the most pivotal moment for memes and what they are today were the original Rage comics back in the early 2010s. A decade ago, am I right? But Rage comics sort of gave life to this idea of a meme and this idea of objects being universally known for as a joke, that type of thing. So I feel like those were more instrumental, but Harambe showed a shift from that type of culture to the culture we're in now. And I mean, there's been stuff since then, but Harambe was definitely like, that transition moment. So I could agree that it is responsible for the current today, but overall, you got to go back to the classics, I guess. This next one just says Waffle House is greater than IHOP. And okay, I am. This is a complicated one. I feel like Waffle House is a different experience than IHOP. Now, if you are arguing that Waffle House food is better than IHOP food, I don't think I can get behind that. But I feel like Waffle House has that certain charm, has that certain experience that is one of a kind. I don't know. Overall, they're sort of even to me. I went to IHOP a lot as a kid. It was like where we would go after band or not, but after concerts. That's what I'm trying to say. At night, after concerts or after band competitions, if we got back early enough, we would go to IHOP. So I have a soft spot for IHOP, but I do realize how Waffle House has a certain culture. So I don't know. I don't have a hot take on that. The PS Vita was ahead of its time. This one, and I agree. I do agree. I think the Vita is weird. I don't know why it necessarily flopped as hard as it. Not flopped, but like it didn't sell as well as say like the Nintendo handheld products, which could be in and of itself. I don't know if serious gamers were ready for that type of handheld, which is why Nintendo typically marketed towards a younger demographic, whereas PlayStation, and Xbox, it would be the older demographic typically. Now there are obviously exceptions. I mean, I'm in the older demographic now, and I prefer Nintendo to other stuff, but that's typically where the markets were, and I don't think at that point in time, gamers were serious gamers weren't really thinking about a handheld. And a lot of the games were, I believe a lot of the games were just like ports, like dumbed down ports for the PS Vita, which is really cool. You can play it on the go, but for serious gamers, it's like they're already going to have that time to devote. So I agree, it was ahead of its time. Yeah. All right, this next one says the Baby Yoda meme is really annoying, and I agree now. Whenever it was first coming about, I didn't really, think it was annoying, but then, and this happens with a lot of memes, it sort of transcends meme culture and goes into what meme people would call normie culture, and that's sort of when it becomes annoying to people who were originally in on the meme. Once you see, like, someone's mom or someone's grandma posting a Baby Yoda meme, it's like, oh, okay, so this isn't, like, a, part of our culture, It's that type of mindset. I don't really buy into that whole thing, but it did become annoying seeing all the memes for the end part of it. I think it's mostly done with. Ever since, the Mandalorian, the whatever, I haven't seen it, but it's like over the first season, right? First season Mandalorian over. Yeah, so, so that could explain that. This next one says, iced espresso drinks are greater than hot espresso drinks. And I agree. I prefer iced, coffee type drinks to hot. Now, and again, everything, like, it's situational, right? If it's 25 degrees outside, Fahrenheit, for, my Celsius boys out there, 25 degrees Fahrenheit, I'm going to want a hot coffee drink because, I want something to warm me up, give me that sensation. But typically, if I'm going to be inside or, like, if, it's hotter outside, or even if it's, like, something like 50 and above, I'll prefer ice drink. This next one says TikTok isn't funny, and I both agree and I disagree. I feel like there's content on there that is funny, but also I'm fully aware that there's content on there that is not funny. I sort of got sucked into the whole TikTok thing earlier this week. I downloaded this as a joke like months ago, right? Because I'm like, oh, TikTok, whatever. And then I started scrolling, and the first day I like actually scrolled on it because I was injured this week and I wasn't doing much. But the first day I was scrolling on it, I was like going for like 2.5 hours, and I'm like, what just happened? Like I just look and like I wasn't even engaged with a lot of the content. I didn't find it funny, but as you scroll down, it sort of curates to your taste, and you start to once you use it, you start to be as you go, it gets more enjoyable to what your tastes are. So I don't know. There's some funny content out there. There's some Vine type content out there, but there's also like the challenges or like where the girls will just like barely legal or underage girls would just like dance in front of a camera. Like that's not my thing. Well, there's some funny stuff on there. This next one says the Nuggets are winning it all, and for those of you who may not know, this person is referring to the Denver Nuggets in the National Basketball Association. Rip Kobe. But I disagree. I don't think the Nuggets are going to win it all. Though I think the Nuggets will go far, maybe further than some of you who haven't been keeping up with basketball recently think they might go. I think the Nuggets will make it to the Western Conference Finals against the Los Angeles Clippers. Not the Lakers, the Clippers. But I do think the Clippers will beat the Nuggets and go to the finals. And I think out in the East, I think the Eastern Conference Finals is going to be Milwaukee, the Bucks, and probably, I'm going to go with a little bit of upset. I'm going to say the Heat. I'm going to say Milwaukee and the Heat. But at the end of the day, regardless of who that other team is, I think Milwaukee is going to make it to the finals. I think the finals will be the Los Angeles Clippers and Milwaukee Bucks. And I think Milwaukee Bucks will win in like 5 or 6 games, maybe 7. And I think Giannis Antetokounmpo will win, the Finals MVP. What was the one that Alex had? Okay. So someone said, they told me in person, agree to disagree, but at the current moment, I cannot recall what they said. So we're going to find out. Oh, thank you. We're calling and seeing what their hot take is. This is a live version. Ooh, exciting. If they respond. If they don't, then I guess they lost a chance. We're still waiting for a response here on Roddy Reviews. You got it.
Hi, you've reached Alex Jones. I'm sorry I can't come to the phone.
Yes, hello. I have a question for you. What was your agree to disagree? I forgot.
Doritos, nacho cheese, overrated.
Thank you for your time. You be blessed.
No.
All right, so, and thank you. So his was, if you heard it, if you got a good ear, said nacho cheese Doritos are overrated. And I disagree with that statement, but again, this is similar to a previous one where someone said people are too hard on diet soda. This said that nacho cheese Doritos are overrated, but in my personal experience, more people like the Cool Ranch. So, like personally, when I've asked people, I feel like Cool Ranch is the more popular one. So, I can't really agree with that. Now, I think Cool Ranch is better than nacho cheese, but I think most people do, that I've at least encountered. So I disagree with that being overrated. I feel like it's accurately rated because I think people think it's worse than the Cool Ranch. And that is all, folks. Be sure to smash that subscribe button. Smash it! Be sure to hit that like button. Take that like button and cut it open. Cut open that like button. Cut it open. Cut open that present and give that like away. I'm going to want you to ring the bell. Ring the bell. Ring the bell, yeah. Okay. And make sure to, check out other videos on the Roddy Reviews channel. Instagram at Roddy_reviews. RODDY for those of you who cannot understand. And also, it is still on the channel. Check out the Roddy Recommendations playlist. It's chock full of good stuff. Shuffle it. You'll find something you like. that's pretty much all I have to say. To my rods and my rodettes, you guys be blessed. Continue living your life as you want it to. And you are important. Don't forget that. All right. And also, guess what? You know what they say.